What is up, ladies and gents? It's your boy Lou Streets back with some more LSV. And unfortunately, I am back with another one of these videos. I know the Mortal Kombat 1 hate train is in full speed, and I don't want to dogpile on, but it just seems like it goes from bad to bad to bad to worse to worse to worse to oh my God, you can't be serious. So in the latest edition of news, if you look at the counter right here, season of the Cryomancer, 21 days. That was roughly down to 8 days a day or two ago, right? I'm recording this on February the 6th. So it seems that they've added time to the Kombat League season. What does this mean? You guessed it. Peacemaker is getting delayed, which also means that the update, crossplay, is getting delayed also. What's happening at NRS or WB or Mortal Kombat 1 or whoever you want to blame? What's happening? And the thing that makes this worse is that, remember during the promo run for the game being launched, we had so much hype. Ed Boon talked about communication and transparency. And it seems that since the launch, we haven't got any transparency or communication. We got all these microtransactions. That wasn't part of the past. I don't want to harp over the stuff that we've been through. I'm just kind of walking you through kind of how the trust has been broken over time. And the lack of trust is what's becoming the bigger issue, and I think that's what people are starting to realize. So if you look right here at the Mortal Kombat official account, it says Peacemaker is preparing for his arrival in the new era. Early access, keyword, early access. I'll come back to that. Early access will be available on February the 28th, along with the arrival of the new season around the same time. So more vague language, around, not giving us a date, around. Details on both will be coming later this month. That's vague also. So that's pretty much 3 announcements in one tweet. So let's go over the first thing. First of all, calling early access available on February the 28th is disingenuous because it was supposed to be sooner than then. So essentially, you're calling a delay an early release. Disingenuous language. The second part, along with the arrival of the new season around the same time. Now, if the trust and communication is broken, I feel like you want to be a little more specific. It's February the 6th. You did this, what was that, 22 hours ago? So this was yesterday on the 5th. So that means that this could be anywhere from the 5th to the 29th, because I think it's a leap year if I'm not mistaken. What does that mean? Like, that's no real announcement compared to what the message was before the game came out, right? And then the third part is details on both will be coming later this month. So is there going to be a week before, a few days before, within the next coming week? Like, everything's just so vague, and I think that's starting to stand out to people more than the actual in-game problems. It's on top of the in-game problems, which is expected sometimes with a launch, but it's the very radio silence. This is the same thing we went through at the end of Mortal Kombat 11's life cycle. The only difference now is that Mortal Kombat 1 has only been out for 5 months. This is like a make or break time right now. And truthfully, I know that the thing to do on YouTube right now is make a bunch of Mortal Kombat 1 hate videos because they're gaining traffic and like the voices are getting louder as far as the uproar. But I don't really get any excitement out of this. Like, I'm not making this video to join on the bandwagon. I'm really just kind of disappointed because we purchased a full product and we've received nothing near that. You know, we don't have crossplay in 2024. It's a ton of other features missing that were in Mortal Kombat 11. So you know that they know how to do it. So this feels like more of a cash grab. My only thing is it incompetence or was it intentional? Because obviously on the heels of Mortal Kombat 11, there was a lot of momentum and success and we were excited to buy a new game, right? And then Street Fighter 6 came out last year in June. Tekken just came out about roughly a week ago. And we still got some great games on the horizon for this upcoming year. So it makes me wonder, is this incompetence? Or did Mortal Kombat 1 feel like they couldn't stand the test of time against the competition? Because we had the 3 golden titles out with Street Fighter, Tekken, and Mortal Kombat. But of them all, Mortal Kombat 1 is by far the most disappointing. And as you can see in my response to their tweet, you guys are on your last leg. You better figure it out and fast, because I know them analytics are telling you exactly what people think. This is an incomplete product. Stop trying to save face with nonsense tweets and make a real adjustment before the game dies in under a year. Now, I'm not saying it to like for shock value per se. I'm really wondering if Mortal Kombat can survive the next year. The only thing that the game has going for itself is gameplay, And even that is questionable when I think about the poor implementation of cameos. Some of you guys might not agree with me, and some cameos are fun, and we even took a step in the right direction with Chameleon, but you got so many other cameos that aren't being used. So it makes me wonder, are you delaying things to overhaul the game in a massive way to make it more fun? Or are you guys stumped? Because I remember saying on Tekken 8's release day, Mortal Kombat 1 Twitter account made an announcement about patch notes. And I found that to be very strange because the thing that we're so-called patching, we had been talking about for 3 to 4 weeks, and it was about the desyncs and stuff like that. Now we have this news that Peacemaker is being delayed, which means crossplay is being delayed, which means that the other cameos in future DLC is probably gonna be delayed too, because you gotta readjust the schedule, unless you're gonna kind of have it come back to back, which doesn't make sense. So it's just not looking good for Mortal Kombat 1 right now. And I don't take any joy in saying that, but we have to be honest, right? I think I'm also getting to a point where I'm starting to agree with Dynasty on his take about harsh criticisms of Shields, acting like that Mortal Kombat 1 is game of the year, fighting game of the year, etc. Here he has a tweet trolling Ed Boon because we haven't really had any communication from Ed Boon in about, I don't know, I think I've lost count. It's got to been like 4 to 5 weeks. I don't really even remember the last time Ed Boon has said anything of substance in regards to the game and some of the things that need to be fixed. Here's Dynasty trolling about some of you guys thought that Mortal Kombat 1 would be the best fighting game of 2023. And then more importantly, here's a different tweet that he retweeted from Ice Cream. And it says, the reason for the delays is because the desync fix took a lot of time and resources. So the desync fix took a lot of time and resources according to Mortal Kombat 1. Now in contrast, and I hate to do this, but Tekken 8 had some desync issues as well with their launch in the past week and a half. Guess how long it took them to fix? 14 hours. They talked about it, heard about it, mentioned it in a tweet, and within 14 hours, they sent the follow-up tweet saying it was resolved. We can't seem to get this type of communication with Mortal Kombat 1, and I don't know why. You combine that with the reputation they've developed with the microtransactions and WB's greed, and that's us assuming and being nice. Like, I made a tweet yesterday saying that Mortal Kombat needs to get away from WB because they're tarnishing the brand. How true that is, I don't know. That's all speculation, of course, but because they did it so well in Mortal Kombat 11, it's not making any logical sense why it's going so wrong. Like, clearly there's a clash somewhere between the brass, and they need to figure out like what that is and how that's going to be communicated to us. But between community managers' hands being tied with telling us anything, between WB and their microtransactions, between NRS going radio silent and only talking about patches, then delaying patches, delaying DLC, all I know is that we spent a certain amount of money for a game, we feel robbed of it, and combine that with the fact that there's another game that just came out that is light years ahead of where this game is at. So it's not really looking good, and I think it's becoming hard to justify. And I find myself agreeing with Dynasty about Shields kind of acting like that the game is good. They're in cahoots with the Mortal Kombat 1 brass, and that doesn't look good. You gotta be honest. I've made 3 to 4 negative videos about Mortal Kombat 1. Obviously, I told you guys in the past I want a relationship with them. I still would like a relationship with them, but I'm not gonna be dishonest with my audience. Something's off here. So when my audience asks, hey Lou, why aren't you uploading as much Mortal Kombat 1 content? It's because I'm just having more fun playing Tekken. I don't really feel like learning cameos and learning side characters on a game that doesn't play that well. And then when it comes to me setting up certain combos and dope swaggy moves, I can only use like a third of the cameo cast to kind of play in the play style I want. So it's just in a bad place. Now I still have hope, and I'll tell you why. Now I don't think that all hope is lost, and this is why. I was looking back at the trailer today when Ed Boon made the announcement on May 18th, and I was thinking about the hype. And as you can see in the background on Twitter, the trailer's playing right now. But I was thinking about the hype that went into this game, and Mortal Kombat 1 was gonna sell regardless because Mortal Kombat 11 did so well. But I was thinking about the hype, and it just felt like we had something new and exciting and amazing on our hands. The CGI trailers looked phenomenal, so I thought that the gameplay was gonna be just as great, and it hasn't been. However, I wonder, are they gonna overhaul the game in a massive way? Because clearly that they have some type of system and analytics to show what their games are doing compared to Street Fighter 6 and Tekken 8. And I mean, like, the numbers are always gonna be decent because some people love the game, but overall, I think they're feeling the pressure of this being very underwhelming. So I wonder, in what way can they save the game? Because I think that they will try. This took too long to start, and there are good visuals in it, and there are some good concepts in it. They just weren't fleshed out well. Like, for instance, when Reiko and Darius do a combo with an assist where he slams you and gets Darius to come out and your main character falls, I hate that. It lets me know that things like that weren't necessarily polished. And while they probably didn't think of that, that just shows they didn't put the love into the game that they needed. Maybe they were thinking from a monetary perspective about just getting it out. But I mean, when you play Tekken 8, it feels like they love Tekken 8. Even when you play Street Fighter 6, it feels like they really love that game. Mortal Kombat 1 feels like that the NRS team wants to love the game, but WB wants to sell the game, and I don't know where that leaves them. And then you combine it with us having them on Twitter where we can actually make our voices be heard. They kind of feel that pressure. So I think that they want to save the game, but they need to figure out how, and they need to figure it out fast. So I don't know if Peacemaker actually makes or breaks the game, but we're right there. Because we have Peacemaker coming, and then we don't know what the next cameo is. We have Peacemaker. Obviously, we've seen Dynamite and stuff like that has been accurate for the most part. But we have Peacemaker. Quan Chi was kind of disappointing. I haven't played him to this day. Chameleon was very fun. So I think they're in an interesting spot because the game really, it was one thing when it was annoying and we could just complain, but I mean, I've had a lot of fun playing Tekken 8, and I'm sure some of you guys have as well. So now that they have real legitimate competition, adding to the fact that other games are still coming out this year, maybe like a Project L beta, maybe the Dragon Ball FighterZ rollback. I mean, they have real competition where this game could fade into oblivion, and I don't think they want that to happen, because if that's the case, when they make their next Mortal Kombat title, they're not going to get any pre-sales because of what happened this time around. So I want to know what you guys think. Is Mortal Kombat 1 going to die? Can it stand the test of time? In its current state, I guarantee you it can't. And I'm saying that from the bottom of my heart. I'm not saying that under the hate train, but as you guys know, I've made more Tekken videos than MK1 videos lately. And the reason for that isn't because of hate. It's not because of negative feelings. I just have more fun playing Tekken 8. And I'm sure you guys do too. I want to get back to Mortal Kombat 1, but some things have to change, and I don't mean just crossplay, I mean quality of life. I mean overhauling some of the cameos. The way the Chameleon plays, I don't want every cameo to play exactly like her, where they kind of switch up different moves over a timer, but you need to be able to play more aggressive with the cameos, but the cameos shouldn't save you from poor decisions. When it comes to combos, I don't want my main character to fall in the middle of a combo. I don't see them changing that because that requires a whole lot, but at the same time, who knows? I just think that they need to save their game. The numbers are in. The response is very, very poor, and it's very, very loud compared to Tekken 8. It's like leaving your ex-girlfriend and your new girlfriend is just super bad and your family loves her, and then your old girlfriend is just in the corner kind of salty and wants you back, but the family don't give a shit about her. That's how it feels with Mortal Kombat 1 right now. Mortal Kombat 1 is the ugly old ex, and Tekken 8 is the new beautiful wife. That's how it feels. I don't know if you guys agree with me, but I feel that way. But in this particular video, I wasn't trying to edit. I wasn't trying to script anything out. I just wanted to speak from the heart. The Peacemaker delay, it looks bad, bro. It looks really, really bad. Because we don't know what it means. They aren't taking the time to tell us what it means. And on top of that, even if they did tell us, trust has been broken. They said that these things were fixed. That still went on for weeks. Then it went on for weeks, radio silent, up until Tekken 8's announcement, and then they said, oh, it's fixed, by the way. Why on that particular day? You guys said that I was bugging out and saying, oh, Lou, you're overreacting. They wouldn't announce that on purpose. Well, I don't believe it. I believe they announced it on purpose because they feeling the pressure. As they should. Tekken 8 is significantly better. So let me know what you guys think in the comments. Will Mortal Kombat survive the test of time? What does the Peacemaker delay mean? Are larger content creators shilling because they have relationships? I want to know you guys' rawest, honest opinions in the comments. Of course, keep it PG-13 because I don't want your comments to get flagged by YouTube. But let me know what you guys think. Will Mortal Kombat 1 stand the test of time? Are larger content creators shilling for the fact that they have relationships, knowing that the game is in a poor state? And can they actually save the game? And if they do save the game, what would it take? Till the next time, it's your boy Lou Streets. I'm out. Peace. Stop it. Get off him. Because you playing Baraka.